Yeah, no one here. That's fine. So we are now first live stream. Let's go. So that was Aer Lingus EI 106 from New York, JFK, an A321neo. I did miss a KLM 737 and while I was setting up, but I guess, yeah, they are pretty cool there. Already started to retire, restore some of them. 2 of them already gone. Alright, so next flight then is Ryanair Buzz from Krakow to Dublin. It's a Max 8. So yeah, the A318 is after this, so very exciting. Right, so that was SBRZE registration, and now is the penultimate moment. This is really just a test run, I guess, of the live working thing. So I guess I'll try to like another one, and maybe announce when it is going to be. The next one is a penultimate moment. Air France A318 FGUGN from Paris to Charles de Gaulle. Very nice. 19 years old, only 4 left in the fleet. 4 left worldwide in passenger service, so that's really nice. And on flight radar at the moment, 55,000 people are tracking Iran-Shar to Tehran. That is, yeah, well, I was on the bus here. Yeah, Israel struck Iran. But obviously, I am not a politician, so I really do not really care. So, without further ado, let's do it. And so that is my first A318. That is very, very nice. I don't know how the view looks like from there, but yeah. So that was the main highlight, I guess. Now, obviously, since it's the morning, you have the transatlantic rush, and yeah, there was already one on JFK that was on the stream earlier. Now we have Aer Lingus H21neo from Boston, EILRD, and then we have Cleveland, and then we have Ryanair from East Midlands, and yeah. I guess that's largely it. The video of this will obviously be releasing soon on the channel. So yeah. So I think you can see it. Aer Lingus from Boston, A321 Neo. You can really see all the very nice vortexes or vortices off the wings and some condensation, so that's really nice. Yeah, there's no real heavies. I mean, it's winter season, so I'd assume that both the JFK and Boston flights will be H30 operated, but I guess for winter it's an A321 Neo. But yeah, 1 month from now, summer season, and yeah, all the seasonal stuff will be back. Yeah, all that good stuff. I think I'll keep the stream going on for another like 10 minutes maybe. Yeah, bro, this is like a public road as well, so it must look so goofy. But yeah. You know, I honestly can't even remember when the last A318 was meant to be in Dublin. So there was one scheduled for the 12th of February. Yeah, and that was changed to an A320 from Air France as well, obviously. And I can't believe I hit 1 viewer just there. I'm so happy. That's my achievement done for today morning. Yeah. So up next we have, let us see, another Aer Lingus EILRE Airbus A321neo from Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, that's pretty nice. And then we got a Boeing 737-800 from Ryanair, and then we have an A321 XLR from Aer Lingus. I've heard that the A321 XLR that crippled its landing gear is meant to be back in service today with flights to Paris. Well, I heard it on X, so obviously, I don't know, that might change. So up next, what we have is an Aer Lingus Airbus A321neo from Cleveland, Ohio, and it should be on short final right there. You guys can see it in the bottom right of your screen, so yeah. There is some backlight on the pictures, but I mean on the video, so yeah. Okay, so in 2 minutes, Ryanair, operated by Buzz, so registration is Polish, SP-RKK from East Midlands. Yeah, it'll be really cool to have like the radar up on the screen as well. I guess I'll just ask ChatGPT later how to do it. Yeah. So it's basically this Ryanair and then the XLR, and then there's nothing for like a very, very long time. Well, kind of. For like 20 minutes. Then there's another Ryanair. So up next we have a Ryanair in 1 minute from East Midlands, Boeing 737-800, and yeah, I think it should be on short final there. So yeah, I can see it just there. So SPRKK. So yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, so that was Ryanair from East Midlands. Up next in 2 minutes time we have the XLR. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, so when I said there was a 20-minute break, my apologies, there's a Ryanair from Porto, and it's a new batch as well. It's the EIIL Max 8 batch, so that's a brand new from September, so that's pretty cool. Obviously a lot of departures there as well. Aer Lingus XLR, wow, this is a rare allocation, I think. You have an Airbus A321 XLR to Faro in Portugal, short haul, EIXLW. I want to see if EIXLT, the one that got damaged, is flying today. Yes, it is, in 2 hours time. Departure to Paris Charles de Gaulle. That's pretty good. So now on short final, and from my point of view visible, the Aer Lingus Flight 88 from Minneapolis, Airbus A321-200 XLR, EIXLU. This is still relatively brand new, from August 2025. It should be just coming up on your screen as well. Airbus A321 XLR right there, arriving in from Minneapolis. That's an Aer Lingus A321 XLR right there. Okay, so that was an Aer Lingus A321 XLR from Minneapolis. Up next, we have a small break, probably around 3 to 4 minutes. Up next, we have a Ryanair Boeing 737 MAX 8 200 EIILN from Porto, 25 minutes early. Ryanair's just built different, it seems like. I think I will probably end the stream after that. Because it is really cold and my phone's temperature has probably dropped to below 0. Probably not. But yeah, this is, yeah, it is a nice setup. Let me guys know if you want this setup. The 0 viewers watching this right now can answer this question. But yeah, I think this is a really good spot because there is a place to put my tripod on. The mound, I'd have to put it onto something because I do not have a big tripod. I could get one probably from like AliExpress or something, or Temu. But yeah. You know, it'd be funny if I watch my own stream on YouTube. That would be pretty cool. Oh, I'm live. Would you look at that? Will I get a new viewer? But this is actually kind of cool though. Let me see the views, because I want to see the Aer Lingus landing. How's that? That was actually pretty good. That is actually quite good. That is actually pretty good. Yeah, I really don't think there's anything else right now. I can check arrivals and just see if there's anything rare or special liveries coming in. Yeah. So everything's coming early. The KLM came in early. Chicago early as well. Ooh, in 20 minutes time we have a special livery from Lufthansa, the Star Alliance Airbus A319. Could stay for that. Then in half an hour we have Delta Boeing 767-400. I think that's going to get removed after the winter season, so that would be a really nice catch. Then we have nothing, well obviously you have the regular traffic, but nothing too special until yeah, there's a Star Alliance livery Boeing 757 from United from Washington at 10 a.m, quarter past 10. I am not staying here till quarter past 10. I think the flight from Porto is arriving soon. It should be on your screen. Oh, that's just really funny how at 10 past 11 the Superstar Heritage Lufthansa A321 is going to arrive. That's like really funny when I'm not going to be here anymore. Wow, I messed that up. That was Ryanair Boeing 737-800, Max 8 from Porto EIILN, arriving in 25 minutes early from Porto. Up next, we have a quite long break, I guess, 10 minutes plus minus until the next arrival from Warsaw Modlin, Ryanair Boeing 737-800 aircraft from, yeah, EIEVT. I must look like an absolute nutcase on this pavement, but you know. I'm pretty sure the backlight got no one's facing, so yeah. Where is the Lufthansa A319? So I guess, yeah, I'll just leave this on and yeah. for any plane spotters catching departures, the A318 is scheduled to leave at 8:55 from Dublin. This is so weird. I'm right next to a cycle lane, and you know, anyone could just technically move their arm to the side and, you know, steal. But faith in humanity restored. It has not been stolen so far. 21 minutes and 31 seconds. Obviously this isn't peak time for anyone watching YouTube, 8 AM on a Saturday morning, so obviously not a lot of traffic, but obviously during the day, like if I were to catch the Superstar Heritage delivery, there might be a couple of viewers, but yeah. I really want to catch that retro A321 from Lufthansa. But good thing that, and also the 100th anniversary delivery A320. But luckily Lufthansa is quite a regular traffic here in Dublin Airport. So yeah, loads of chances to get it. I'm not worried whatsoever. Both of those deliveries are quite fresh, so I probably would assume they're not coming off anytime soon. Yeah. Let's see what else is on the arrivals board for Dublin this fine Saturday, the last day in February. Well, on another note, Warsaw to Dublin is 3 to 4 minutes away. Ryanair 737-800 inbound from Warsaw, Modlin, in 3 to 4 minutes will be landing. EVT, Irish registered 737-800. So yeah, as I said, the Lufthansa special delivery is at 11 o'clock. What else is there? Yeah, we have Qatar, there's charters to Verona. Oh yeah, Aer Lingus did repaint probably all of their fleet. I mean, there was an A330-300 that did fly to Châteauroux in France, I think, to get repainted, and well, that's my guess, obviously. And obviously there was another A330 that came back from Châteauroux earlier, so it's probably a bike. And then obviously both of the A330-200s in service now have been repainted to the new livery, which means there are no in-service old livery Aer Lingus aircraft, leaving EI the gay plane, the only last man standing. Ironic, but yeah. And ironically also, it's stored, probably going to be in use for the summer season only. So yeah, we're just looking here. There is probably a big load of nothing inbound this afternoon. Aer Lingus deployed their A321 Neo to Lanzarote this morning. So that'll be inbound at 3:35 p.m. And obviously, since it's Saturday, you have the Air France Cargo 777F freighter from Chicago at 3:40 p.m. Yeah. Now that the days are obviously longer, you can see that, you know, 2 months ago it would have been dark by now, and also it'd probably be dark at 4 p.m, but it is now till 6 p.m, so obviously longer days for some spotting. I think that's pretty much it for like the entire day. Obviously, the Aer Lingus retro livery EIDWM will probably fly to from Dublin today. So, yeah. So inbound, we have probably 1 minute away. 737-800 from Warsaw. Yeah, there's literally nothing. The highlight of today is probably the A318 today, which I caught 20 minutes ago, and or the Lufthansa Heritage delivery at 11 a.m. That is. Let me double check that, because is it 10 past? Yeah, it is. The AISH, the Superstar Heritage delivery. That is quite cool. Okay, now it's on final approach. And then we have, okay, so upcoming arrivals, we have the Warsaw Modlin flight. Then upcoming after that, we have another Ryanair flight, this time a 737 MAX 8 from Glasgow. And then we have the Lufthansa special livery, the Star Alliance A319. And then obviously there might be something in between. There is a flight from Birmingham, a 737 MAX 8 arriving in 20 minutes. And then we have in 25 minutes the New York 767-400 from New York's JFK. So yeah, but coming up now, I think it should be visible, is the Ryanair 13-year-old 737-800 aircraft arriving in 9 minutes late from Warsaw Modlin. So it should be on your screen right around now. So that was indeed that. And another break from arrivals for another 5 minutes. Oh, I am delighted with the pictures of that A318. I am delighted.
Did you see the 318?
Yeah, I did. It was, what, 20 minutes ago, I think, yeah.
I came here just to see it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I can't even remember when the last time we came, to be honest.
They're probably gonna discontinue it this year or something.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's scheduled for the summer season at all. So.
Oh yeah, actually, I only saw about March, like March, April. Not here anymore.
Next one from Glasgow, 737-800. Oh, sorry, Max 8. So, yeah. So that was the Max 8 from Glasgow. Up next, the Star Alliance livery from Lufthansa. Right, so up next, the Lufthansa Star Alliance livery from Frankfurt, Airbus A319 DAIBJ. So, yeah. see you. Nice to meet you. Right, so up next we have, now everything's coming back into play. We have an SAS Airbus A320 Neo from Stockholm, SARON, landing in now on short final. You should see it on your screen just there. Sorry for the long pause, there was basically nothing, just two planes in the last probably 15 to 20 minutes, so that's largely why. But now everything's coming into play. Upcoming arrivals, what do we have? We have SAS Airbus A320 Neo, we have Ryanair Boeing 737 MAX 8 from Birmingham, we have Aer Lingus Regional from Donegal, ATR 72. We have Ryanair from Manchester, 737-800, Delta 767-400. Then we have the Iberia Express, A320-200. Right now we have the SAS A320 Neo coming up right on your screen right now. So enjoy. That was the SAS. So up next we have, in 2 minutes time, we have the Ryanair Boeing 737 MAX 8 200. This one is from Buzz, registered from Poland, SPRZK from Birmingham, arriving in 5 minutes early. So yeah, sun's getting up, very nice weather for Ireland, obviously very cold and stuff like that. The Delta 767 has begun its turn north, heading for Dublin's runway 28 left, and it will be arriving in around 6 minutes. 6 minutes. It's not 7, 6. It says 5 here, but educated guess is telling me 6 minutes. But before that, we have the Ryanair MAX 8 from Birmingham and the Aer Lingus Regional ATR 72 from Donegal. And yeah, quite some stuff from the Dublin to Donegal flight. Will it be removed, the afternoon flight? Will it be a travesty that the 25% load factor will be eliminated? I don't know. But why am I trying to sound like a news anchor? Okay, but yeah, who knows? I guess time will tell. There should be realistically more flights to Donegal because it's decently advertised. Should be advertised more, to be honest. I mean, I've never been. If they added something that's not a car rental as the only option to getting out of the airport, maybe it would attract some more people. But coming up now on short final, we have Ryanair Boeing 737 MAX 8 200. I feel like I'm repeating myself a million times over, but it is what it is. From Birmingham, flight time 35 minutes. I'm just reading out what it is. We have, yep, this is a 6-year-old 737 MAX 8, so enjoy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Ryanair Boeing 737 MAX 8 200 from Birmingham. Up next, we have a very slow aircraft. We have the first of today. In 3 minutes time, we have the Aer Lingus Regional ATR 72-600 from Donegal. And after that, we have the highlight, well, not really, the A318 was a highlight, but the second highlight, we have the Delta 767-400, which will probably be removed for the summer season. And now, yeah, the viewer gone, and this is so gas. This is so gas, and yeah. sorry right there. Just had to respond to notification. Would you look at that? We have two Boeing 767s inbound. We have the one from Boston, 767-300, and the 767-400 inbound from New York's JFK. So we have quite the 767. Why do I keep saying this? Rush. In terms of departures, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 minutes ago from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, the Etihad 777. 777. I'm not going to rage bait too much YouTube shorts, but the point is, next we have the Boeing 767 freighter from Dublin to Indianapolis. That's a FedEx freighter to Indianapolis, and then no other departures there. And then up next we have, in 2 minutes time, we have an Aer Lingus regional ATR 72 from Donegal, and that is EIHDI. I've flown this aircraft before. Let's just do an advertisement. You can just go into my trip report playlist on my YouTube channel and you can just have a look at that there. And that is, yeah. This is probably the smallest aircraft of today. I don't know how it would look like on stream, but yeah. Alright, I can see it from here. We have the ATR inbound from Donegal. Flight time 37 minutes plus minus. So, yeah. It is really cold and I am looking forward to heading back. That just landed there, an Aer Lingus regional ATR 72 from Donegal, registered EIHDI. That just landed there a few seconds ago, 12-year-old ATR 72. Now, coming up next in 2 minutes, we have the beautiful, majestic Delta 767-400 from New York's JFK. And as I said, the 767-400 would likely be removed for the summer season. I think, I'm not sure. And it is arriving now in 1 minute. That's the Delta 767-400. It is probably on final approach now. And wow, this aircraft is 24 years old. I don't know how it's keeping up, but the Americans are seemingly built different considering they fly a lot of these old aircraft. And after this Delta, I am probably going to pack up. But we have an Iberia Express from Madrid, Airbus A320-216 from Madrid, and following that, we have a Ryanair 737 from Bologna, and then Ryanair traffic. We have an Aer Lingus A320neo, and then the Delta 767-300, which I was talking about earlier, is probably going to get stuck behind all that huge traffic. But coming in now with a record high of 3 viewers, hello everyone, we have right now the Delta 767-400 landing in from New York's JFK. It should be visible on your screen right there towards the bottom right. And ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this beautiful aircraft. That was the 767-400. You could hear the absolute beautiful engines coming out of that aircraft. Absolutely beautiful. That would be probably my first time seeing the 767-400. Stay tuned for the compilation dropping on my YouTube channel very soon, featuring the A318, which I caught half an hour earlier. Remember, anyone else who's spotting, that is leaving in 25 minutes from Dublin's North Runway. Up next, the last catch of the day, only because it's not a Ryanair, is the Iberia Express Airbus A320 arriving in from Madrid 22 minutes early. In terms of departures, we have right now from Dublin to London Stansted lining up on the runway. That is Malta Air registered, Boeing 737-800, and following that on departures, which I am not recording, is a A300, which is quite the aircraft, 21 years old, to Leipzig. But coming in now, in approximately 1 minute, we have the Iberia Express Airbus A320-200 from Madrid. This 12-year-old aircraft, 22 minutes early. I can see it from my point of view. You guys will probably see it in just a second, so please stay tuned and enjoy the beautiful view. Following that, any other spotters interested, we have a couple of Ryanairs. We have a Delta 767 arriving from Boston in around 10 minutes time, and then obviously anyone also interested, the Lufthansa Heritage livery arriving in at 11:10. Right now, the Iberia, so enjoy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure that wraps up a final sum of today. Today we have seen the beautiful, majestic Airbus A318, 4 left in service, probably going to be retired very, very soon this year. And it is leaving in 20 minutes from Dublin's North Runway. We've also seen the Boeing 767-400 from New York's JFK. We've also seen the Lufthansa Airbus A319 in the Star Alliance livery. And that is all for today's stream. Also, any other relevant Dublin spotters, please note that obviously the A318 is leaving, but also the special Lufthansa Heritage livery is arriving in at 11:10 from Frankfurt, the newly repainted Airbus A321neo, sorry, not the Neo, just the regular, and also around 10:15 we have the Star Alliance liveried Boeing 757 from United Airlines arriving in from Washington. So that is pretty much it for today. Thank you very much for staying tuned to this live stream while I figure out how to turn this off, since this is my first live stream. Hopefully the first of many, and thank you very much. And I guess you can replay it on my channel. Let me see. Oh my days, this is going to take forever, isn't it? Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. That's actually really good.